been a couple weeks actually. It's been at least over a week. I think it's been a week since we filmed. Well, we filmed about a week ago. The reason I have a hard time remembering is I got pretty sick actually. And so Bella and I and all my dogs actually didn't do much the last at least 7 to 10 days, I'd say. And normally I get sick usually a couple times a year, maybe at the most, but not for this long. And so it has been a interesting week plus. She hasn't really done anything, and along with any of the other dogs, they've pretty much laid around, as have I. I still struggle. I just walked from the house to here. I still struggle to kind of catch my breath. So the weather is turning for the better. We've had a nice warm up. It's not that warm today. It's probably 30 today, but beautiful sun. Spring is kind of coming. You can definitely see the snow is starting to melt around here. We've lost quite a bit here in the last week. So what we're going to do today is Ben is going to put the camera on the tripod, and prior to me getting sick, we shot in front of her a couple times. Ben tucked this little starter pistol into his bag. I threw dummies. 2 different sessions where he would fire. He started it out real muffled. Then he took the cap gun out of the bag, and he also fired regular blanks, a little bit louder, a little bit more crack to them. So today what we're going to do is build off of that. And I'm going to do it because I'm just not going to go very far. I'm not going to walk around very far. I literally have a hard time breathing even yet. So what we're going to do is have her stay steady with me. Ben's going to put the camera on the tripod, and then I'm going to have Ben come out, and I'm going to have him get about 50 yards from me, and I'm going to have him make a little bit of noise, and he's going to take the training bag with the dummies, and he's going to have the starter pistol and some ear muffs, and I'm going to have him shoot when he throws the dummy. And we're going to have her, instead of watching the dummy close to me, close to her, and get a shot in the air, we're going to connect the shot to the dummy. So she's going to end up getting sent towards the shot. She's going to end up getting sent towards a visually marked bird. So she's going to have to watch the dummy. It's not going to come from me. So a couple newer things, newer concepts, primarily because I don't train with another person very often. We don't have people throwing dummies a lot for us. So today we're going to do that. So Ben will put the camera on the tripod, and then from there we'll set it up, and you'll kind of get a shot of Ben at a distance, and then we'll send her. And that's all I'm going to do is I'm going to do a handful of retrieves. I may have him throw a few and pick them up, and then throw a few and we'll send her for them. So it will be asking her to mark, asking her to line out and make nice retrieves, good deliveries. It's been over a week since she's made a retrieve, but we're going to incorporate the idea of the gunfire. And so she's going to be running to the gun, running to that shot, connecting that to the dummy. So we'll set that up. We'll make a few retrieves. It's going to be a real simple session. Going to ease our way back into it. You saw I just put the lead on her. I heeled her out here off lead. I have walked a couple times since I got kind of sick, and she's been just wonderful. Healing with me off lead. She's really settling into this habit, and what it tells me is all that work we've done up to this point is paying off, and so I don't even worry about her on from a healing standpoint. I don't even think twice about it hardly at all anymore. She's just gotten to be, it's second nature to her, getting into position. So that's all very good. Now we can get into more advanced stuff. We can get into more fun stuff. And we're just not going to worry about or think twice about a lot of that foundational stuff, because we've spent 10 months on it, 9 months on it, and it's really paying off. So patience, patience, patience. I can't talk about it enough. How, yes, I gave up a week and a half of training. We didn't really move forward, but I'm not going to panic about it. I'm not going to feel bad about it. I'm not going to worry about it. We'll catch up. We'll get there when we get there. There's just no need to be stressing out about it. We got plenty of time with her. So Ben will set that up, and then we'll we'll make a few simple retrieves. As Ben goes out and kind of sets up, I'm gonna have him start to one side or the other, and I'm gonna have him throw, and that small little popple there will be about where he lines up to. Come on. Sit. And we'll just have her be steady to and watching this. And this is something new for her. She's not done this before. Move over a little bit, Ben. Move over a little. About there. So I do want him to throw it. I want a nice arc. I want her to be able to kind of watch the dummy. And then she's in a pretty good line to where it's going to end up landing, and we'll make her be a little bit steady. You know, we'll give her a little bit of time delayed in it, and then we'll send her for it. But again, he's still at 50 yards out, and that shot's not going to be too loud. And ready? Okay, go ahead. Watch. Bella. Now you see how she's going to have to hunt a little bit longer. See how short she hunts. This is a good little drill for her. And she's drawn to those big clumps of dirt. This is a real good drill for her. We've never done it before. You can see she's kind of drawn to the dark spots, which are short. I don't want to do anything but let her work this out, let her figure this out. Come on, let's go, find it. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. I might have to help her out though. Here, 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 here. Here. Come on, come on. Come on, come on. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. So she comes out real flat here today. But again, it's been a week since we've done anything. Over a week. So we probably could have set this up with a trailing memory to start out. Sit, 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 sit. Good girl. So we took her about halfway out. Good girl. Come on. Good. Right here. Right here. Come on. Right here. Took her about halfway to it. Center. She makes that one. Now let's see if she runs out a little bit. Sit. 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 Good. Watch. Go ahead. Now that one lands vertical, kind of lands stuck in the snow, which should make it a lot easier for her to see. The first one she really couldn't see. That one couldn't have landed any better. I'm going to make just a little bit of distractions and make sure we're steady. Watch. Bella. Good girl. Good dog. Good. Very good. Come on. Come on. Come on. Good. Hold. 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 Very good. Good. Hold. Hold. Good. Dead. Dead. Very nice. That one couldn't have landed any better. Couldn't have been handled any better. Come here. Here. Heel. Sit. Sit. Heel. Heel. Sit. Good. Okay. Now this one, I'm just talking and pointing, just so she doesn't break, doesn't think that she's going to go just on the first sound. Good. Good. Watch. Bella. Again, just a little short, but this one sits flat and she can't really see it. That last one, good. So she's got to understand that she's got to push through even when she doesn't see it. Very good. Come on. Come on. Here, come on. Good girl. Hold. Hold. Good. Dead. Dead. Good. No. Sit. Hold. I'm going to take that from her again. Hold. Dead. Dead. No. Sit. Hold. Good. Hold. Good. Dead. Good. Sit. Sit. Heel. Sit. We're going to knock that little jump down a little bit of hers, excitement-wise. Okay, this time, Ben, I want it to go a little bit further. Okay? Yep. Yep. Add a little distance to it. I want to continue to push her out. I don't want her working short. All right, go ahead. Watch. Watch. Good. She pushes through, but she goes right to that spot that she just found it. So this is why I wanted to push this one a little bit deeper. Good girl. Good girl. Very good. Very good. Little here. When I went to line her out, she went a little early, but that's all right. Hold. Hold. Good. 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 Dead. Sit. 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 Hold. Hold. Right here. Hold. Good. Good. That's the way I want her delivering to the front. Dead. Good. Heel. Right here. Sit. How many more do you have? Okay. Same spot with it. Sit. Go ahead. Watch. Watch. Now this time I'm going to reach down, just get a hold of that tail. Watch. Bella. Goes to that first spot where she found him. Good. Good girl. Good girl. Good dog. So literally this is the first day she's ever done a drill like this. Good dog. Hold. Hold. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. Dead. 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 Very nice. No, you sit. Very nice. Hold. Good. Hold. Good. Dead. Dead. And this will be the last one we do. Ben's got one more left. He'll sit. Sit right here. Sit. Sit. Good. Good. Same exact thing. Same thing. That was perfect. We're going to wait on that one. Good. We're going to wait. Good. Watch. Watch. Bella. Good girl. That's a good dog. Having a lot of fun with it. Here. Good dog. Right here. Good girl. Right here. Hold. Good. Hold. Good girl. Dead. Dead. Sit. Sit. Very good. Sit. Sit. Good job. As usual. Okay, so that was just a real simple extension kind of what we did with the gunfire. First time she's ever seen a bird come from somewhere else. You know, so the idea, she ran into a little bit of an issue with hunting short. Very similar issue to when she would hunt short on a double or a triple when we were running memories. So it's something that we're still going to continue to work on. The thing about this setup was she had a chance to learn because she had to run through it. The first time she failed and we helped her out, went halfway, pushed her the second half. She got the full return. So all of a sudden in her mind she goes, oh, I got to go a little bit further. So the second time she made the retrieve. The second dummy was a lot easier for her to see. It stood vertical when it stuck in the snow. That was perfect. The ones that were laying flat on the snow, the ones that were white on the snow, a little harder for her to see. Those made it a little bit tougher for her. The other thing that got her into a little bit of trouble was there's an area there where she picked a couple up, and then I asked her to go through that area, go further. So she went short the first couple times thinking this is the area that I'm going to find it, and then she had to get through it, and when she got through it and found it, she started going through that area and back to the further distance. So that's stuff that we'll be able to do more of. We'll continue to do more of. It's just building on that idea of her trusting us and running straight when we tell her to. Even though there are things that are going to pull her. You could tell, it's funny how, you know, simple things can get in the way of a session, and environmental stuff is really, really influential. And you could see that this is an old path that we've used this winter. I made a lot of memories to that tree right there, and you can see the path that's worn in right now, that's melted, and then now it's kind of wet, and so that environmental barrier created an issue for her. She had a hard time going through it. She had a hard time. Now you look at this and you look out and it's an open field, but to her it's an open field with a ditch, and the ditch was hard for her to cross. And when she came back a couple times, she had to figure out, how can I get around it? She didn't want to go through it. So all these little environmental things make huge, huge differences. Chunks of dirt that are melted in this white snow were like magnets for her. She had to go check them out. She had to go look at them closer. So it's all these little things that you don't really take into consideration that they do have major influence on your dogs. So keep it in mind. Try to use them to your advantage. Understand when they go to your disadvantage, and then how you're going to work around it. Sometimes you're going to have to do things intentionally to get around certain things, and use those to not take away from whatever the drill or the session is. So I'm going to finish up with her. Sit down. Sit. And you can tell her pads are a little sensitive. She's got a little bit of blood in the snow here. Sit. 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 She doesn't want to sit in this snow, and I'm not going to allow that to happen. So, heel. Sit. So a firm correction, something that gets a result. Been a while since we've thrown any denials. It's been a while since this dog's seen a dummy. So before we wrap up this session, we made some simple retrieves, and now we're gonna pitch some temptation, some dummies over the top. She's come a long way with this in the last relatively short period of time. Sit. Sit. These used to be just a little too much for her, a little too overwhelming, especially the tennis ball. Good. Sit down. Sit down. Sit down. Sit down. So one thing I'm noticing about her today, and it's coming off of kind of a long break. Sit down. She's antsy and gotta do something. She just feels like she's gotta do something, gotta do something, gotta do something. And that's because she hasn't done much. So we're finally outside. It's kind of like this kid in, that spring break comes. The weather breaks. Sit down. And so a good drill for her today would be to just sit outside on remote sit and not do anything, and just have to sit there. And you know what? It's not the worst. There's a lot worse things to be doing. It's not that big a punishment. But for her right now, she'd really like to go do something else. She'd like to go smell. She'd like to go eat some snow or do whatever she wants to do. But if we allow that to happen, she's dictating what she wants to do, and then she's getting it. And we just can't have that. Sit. We got to have them okay with doing nothing. We've talked about it for months now. And so today's no exception. But that's enough for today. I literally have a hard time breathing. So I'm hoping that with this weather and the more active I get, a little bit easier it's going to be to do some of this stuff. But it's amazing what getting sick for a few days does to you. And it doesn't allow us to get a lot done with these guys, but that's all right. As long as we don't go backwards. Good. Heel.
Drive on, and I'm damned if I do, and I'm damned if you